Didn't all just attack me for the things written in this chapter about Tia's parents. I haven't explained everything yet, and it will make sense later. Chapter 6. The Curse. Oh, Edward, with your skin so white, your eyes like amber out of sight, pale angel in my eyes, hair like gold rosy sunrise. I read the words of my poem out quietly. I had written a poem about Edward. I just couldn't help myself. I hated myself for doing it, but I couldn't get him out of my mind, and it was the only way I could deal with my feelings. Suddenly, my mind went black, and I felt into a trance. A tall, pale man stood in front of me, all ghosty and misty, like he was only half there. My daughter? My daughter? He moaned. Who are you? I whisper quietly. I am your father. I am your father. I am Chios from the Volturi. You're in terror and pearl, my daughter. Beware the vampire boy called Edward. Why? I asked. You mustn't let him sex you, or the curse your mother tried to protect you from will fall on you. You'll become a vampire, and you will never be safe. Only as a human can you be safe from them. Then he faded, and I was awake, and my Uncle Larry was standing at my door. Take your clothes off now, you moldy slut, said Uncle Larry, and he smiles horribly with his yellow teeth. No, I won't, I screamed, but Uncle Larry came over and hit me. I was strong for my size, but he was a huge fat man, like 300 pounds in weight and stronger than me. He took my clothes off and chained me to the bed. I knew he was going to rape me again, but at that moment someone came running into the room and hit Uncle Larry across the head with a stick and knocks him out cold. Uncle Larry lay there bleeding, and I looked up at Edward. OMG, my sweet lady, he cried. What has this frightful asshole been doing to thee? He has been raping me and hitting me, I wept sadly as Edward unchained me and I put my clothes on. Edward turned away while I dressed so he wasn't perving on me, and he looked down at the poem I had wroten. For truth, these are the most beautiful words I have ever seen. It makes me feel so very moved, he cried. I wish I wasn't promised to someone else, then I could write poems for thee. But why aren't you promised to Bella anyways? I asked. Because I made a promise and I can't break it. It would be rude and ungentlemanly. Bella never used to be like this, like she is now. When I first met her, she was sweet and shy and never nasty about everybody, but she has changed and so have her friends. I don't know what made her change, but maybe it is mine fault. She just seems angry all the time now. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess, I said. We left the house and went to walk in the woods. We talked about loads of things, and it turned out we had a lot in common. We liked all the same music and movies and books and stuff. It was like magic. You know, maybe Bella is just unhappy because you guys are not in love like you used to be. You should break up with her so she can move on and you can both be happy, I say. She always used to say that she'd kill herself if I left her. I could not be responsible for her death. I just don't get what happened to her. She used to be nice and sweet like thou, my lady. And now I'm falling in love with thou, and it's such a darn mess. He hit a tree in frustration, and it broke. He was so strong, I guess because he was a vampire. You're falling in love with me? I asked, my cheeks getting all red and my heart starting to soar. OMG, forget I said that. He looked really embarrassed, and it was so cute. He had a big erection, too. I reached out and grabbed his hard-throbbing male object. We couldn't control ourselves anymore, and we both fell down on the floor, and we got naked and made love. It was amazing and lasted hours, and I had never been so happy in my life. I felt like I could die with happiness. But after a while, Edward started to freak out and cry. I have been such a fool, he screamed. I should not have let that happen. I hope thee can forgive me. I must return to Bella. And he ran away. I could not believe it. It was like my world was caving in all around me. I was so shocked and angry, I could not even cry and scream. But as I lay there, I started to feel different. Like, really different. I suddenly remembered what my father had said to me about making sex with Edward, or he would turn me into a vampire. My skin was getting all hard and pale, and my eyes could suddenly see a lot clearer than before. I could hear lots of little noises, even form relay far away. I even wanted to drink blood, and I could smell a human coming closer. He was almost here. There you are, you horrid slug! It was Uncle Larry. Where have you been? I'm going to rape you now. Something in me snapped. I jumped at him and broke his neck and drank his blood. I had always been strong for my size, but now I was super strong. He looked so surprised, and it was so good. Soon I dropped him on the floor, and he was dead.